it would have been 3-0, 4-0, like how we went there previously and won 3-0, with even Marshall scoring the goal. And I think we would have done it. Marshall could have came in and scored a goal. It's because of the 10 men.
I saw you, Ayrton. Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. If you are new to our channel, please smash the like button, click the subscribe button at the bottom right hand corner and join us on our road to 1,000 subs. Okay, guys, we are 20 subs away from 1,000 subs. So smash the subscribe button, share the content, and let's hit 1,000 subs together. Okay. And also, please do check out our Telegram group. Okay, if you want to know what it feels like to wake up every morning with 500 over messages, please help yourself. Check out the group. A lot of cool people inside there. A lot of good debate going on. All right. Okay, so guys, I think we got about almost 24 hours since the game. Okay, I think all of us, we are all more calm and more composed now. So Josh, how are you feeling right now?
Devastated. The first word I can say. We woke up so early in the morning. 12:45 because everyone it's a working day, and yeah, I'm pretty disappointed lah. But after all those matches, after all those 90 minutes, right, I'm still optimistic that we will go through. But it's a very, very disappointing display in the Champions League.
Okay, Ayrton, how about you? I see that you got your Ronaldo shirt on. So
honestly speaking, I'm more calm after this feat than usual, I would say, because I think I can take a lot of positives from the team in general, not from the game actually, but from the team in general, from the past few games that we've played so far. But so I'm okay. It's just a minor blip. I think I've spoken to this with Smurfs as well. It's minor blip. Don't worry, guys. Things will just get better from here. So I'm all right.
Okay, Smurf, how many chairs have you smashed?
No, not this time. Put it this way, lah. Yes, it was a game we lost, unexpected. But in a game, there's always one winner, one loser, and if you're lucky, you get a draw. Yes, we played with 10 men at the end of the day for probably 62, 63, 60 over minutes, put it that way. And we had a bad game overall. But nevertheless, it's the first game in a group stage. That's why it's a group stage. It's not kalah mati. So therefore, be optimistic. I think I am pretty confident that we will still sail through. It's a minor blip. So carry on and move forward. We should actually play better in the next games to come, and we will probably achieve better results.
Okay, let's break it down. The game. Let's break it down to the defense, the midfield, and also the forward, the attacks. Okay, let's analyze it and then let's give our input. Okay, Josh, we'll start with you. Maybe briefly just talk about the defense. What do you think about the defense yesterday? And also, the substitutions that came in. Varane came in, and then we played with 3 centre backs. So go ahead.
I tell you, you can see the immense difference when Varane is not playing. You don't have a leadership. You don't have organization at the back. Of course, we started okay because it's Manchester United with 11 against 11. But overall, right, I think from the centre back, from the right back and the left back, we didn't actually penetrate so much from the wing backs actually. And with Maguire and Lindelof at the back, right, it wasn't. I still feel that young boys had that thing. You know what, Varane is not playing. Let's go for them. There's a weak link. Let's go for them. And they were attacking. They had a lot of chances. Even before the red card, they had massive chances. They just couldn't convert it. And I think, apart from David De Gea, I think the rest of the defense played horrible to that matter. Wan-Bissaka, I think if I had to blame someone in that game, right, it would be Wan-Bissaka. That was a terrible tackle in the Champions League. You know that you're going to get a red card. Anything above the ankle with your start showing, it's a definite straight red. Of course, we can argue. that, it's a yellow first tackle and all those things. But, you don't make this kind of mistakes in the Champions League. And these are the type of games which we learn from the experience that we hope. And I'm glad it's just the first game. And we have to win the next at least 4 games to qualify. But, overall, if I were to say that, if the defense did well, they were below average, way below average. And I think we lack of the leadership at the back. And when Varane came in with the 3 centre-backs, he was the only one getting the headers. He was the only one the intercepting play. And I think 3 centre-backs with Varane, Lindelof and Maguire is a no-go for me. If they played with either the 2 centre-backs and one maybe Shaw played with the 3 centre backs, I think will be much better because there are someone going up to sweep the ball. But 3 out and out centre backs and the 3 centre backs, you were very stagnant. You were literally putting people in the box just to clear headers, but there was no counter attacking game in the second half. So that's for the defense.
Okay, let's move on to the midfield. Okay, Ayrton, what do you think about our midfield? And then talk a bit more about the pairing of Fred and Van der Beek. Okay, you need to really stress about Van der Beek for this particular game.
And I think it was a mistake taking out Van der Beek because I think he was our best midfielder in the first half. How Fred still makes it to the team is beyond me. I mean, like in our chat, people they were saying that you see, he's running, he'll come good. We need a Fred like this. I mean, I didn't see anything from that guy this game. I mean, every week I say I got nothing against Fred. I just don't think he's good enough for Man United. Not only saying that, Pogba is also to blame as well. He had a shocker of a game. Bear in mind that the previous time that we played this team, he had a blinder. Scored 2, assist 1, and if you give the excuse it's the extra tough, hey, he could perform then. Why can't he do it now? I feel very, very, very sorry for Jadon Sancho. He needs that run of games to get accustomed to the style of play of the United team, not just English football in general. I know for a fact he will come good. Let's just say but kudos to Bruno Fernandes once again. He tried and tried and tried. You can't just blame him for everything. With that pass to Ronaldo was simply superb. I think one of the best passes to a goal assist I've seen in a long time. Actually, it's Paul Scholes-esque, I would say. All in all, it wasn't. The ones that performed was pretty average, other than Bruno, who actually really tried his best. But Fred, I got no words to say. I really give up on him. I know people have been lambasting me and say, I being so negative on Fred. He's been proving me right, man. All this while, until today, he's still standing over free kicks. Ronaldo is there. What the hell is he doing there? That Bokra is still standing over free kicks. So yeah, pretty average for some of them, below average for Fred and Paul Pogba also. I expect way more from him, but Bruno Fernandes, magnifico. He's our Portuguese magnifico, man.
Yeah, if just say this game ended with I would say a 1-0 or a draw, I think probably we'll be talking more about that Bruno pass, that fantastic from the outer feet, the way he did it. And then, but one thing, do you think that Van der Beek has a future in United? Do you think that he should look for another club and maybe move on in January?
I like Josh. I'm a huge fan of Donny Van der Beek, because he's a Holland fan also. Just as everyone knows, but I'm a huge fan of him as well. He needs that. If he thinks he can play that pivot role together with Fred, let Ole give him that run of games. Let him do it. Let him try. He never had a consistent run of games. Maybe like one game, bench 5 games or 7-8 games. One game, bench 5. Give him a run of 5-6 games. What's the harm in that? Seriously, He's not a terrible player. He's pretty good actually. And if he's not working out well, take him out in the second half. What's so difficult? Fred has been proving time and time again, every one of us correct, that he's terrible. He's terrible at his job, but he still gets the amount of games. And honestly speaking, if this continues, I won't blame him for leaving. He will be more suitable playing for. I mean, he should have gone to Everton. Yeah. Honestly speaking, he should have gone to Everton. I'm glad the board blocked that transfer because I didn't want him to go. I still believe that he can bring something to the team. Playing in that number 6 role still requires a lot. I think still requires a bit of physicality and speed also, which I don't think he has. But given his intelligence, I don't see why not we can try him there.
Okay, let's move on to the forwards. Okay, Smurf, what do you think about the performance of basically Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, and also Paul Pogba? Touch on Paul Pogba.
Okay, I'll start off with Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba for me was absolutely poor yesterday. There was a lot of people saying it's the pitch, it's the ball, it's whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, they have played in this pitch before, and I'm sure that basically they have trained in an artificial pitch. So nevertheless, for me, it's not a valid excuse. Okay, that because of the pitch you can't perform, but on top of that, Ronaldo for me, he did pretty well. He did pretty well. He brought up the front line up. He led the front line pretty well, and and that exclusive pass from Bruno, he managed to basically outrun his defender at the back of the defender, and he made it look simple, but to be honest, it's not simple. It's not a simple goal. Okay, where else for Sancho? I see that he is improving slowly. Not drastically. He is improving. He's gaining his confidence with the team. I see a little bit more dribbling compared to previous games. But unfortunately, he had to be sacrificed when Aaron Wan-Bissaka was drawn the red card. So, I just wish it didn't happen. We could see more of Sancho. And, for me, before the red card was actually given out, the game was pretty balanced. We were also very much on the attacking side, though we were also attacked at the back. But nevertheless, after Aaron Wan-Bissaka was actually red carded, the game changed totally with the substitution and stuff like that. So for me, overall, the forwards, I think they could have did better. They could have did better. I'm not saying they are bad, but they could have did better. Supply was not there anyway.
I've been reading some inputs by United fans, and then the comments by United fans in certain channels and whatnot. So they were talking about, if just say assuming that Aaron Wan-Bissaka did not get the red card, we were playing with 11 men. Do you think that we would have, scored more goals and whatnot? Because the play was actually slow. The way that we were playing, we were actually slow. No doubt, like you're mentioning that Sancho, he's like improving, but I find he was a bit slow, a bit hesitant to let the ball go, even on the break. So maybe, Josh, what do you think? How would the game have ended if just say Aaron Wan-Bissaka did not get the red card?
Absolutely, they will score 3 to 4 goals because they took their best players out. Van de Beek went out. Sancho was almost getting to the play. Of course, he didn't start well, but he could have done better, and he always come up late at the game. Van de Beek went out. Bruno had to change his position because he cannot do so high up. Even for example, Fred, he had to join in Maguire and Lindelof in between. Absolutely. I think they started off very well. When the goal went in, I was thinking, wow, it's going to be a 2-goal and 3-goal. And these are simple mistakes that Wan-Bissaka did. And this is all maturity and experience in the Champions League, And with playing with this kind of in this pitch, that pitch has been there for how many years? It's not suddenly the pitch grew and became AstroTurf, We know that. It's all in practice, and I think there's not an excuse. It would have been 3-0, 4-0, like how we went there previously and won 3-0, with even Martial scoring the goal. And I think we would have done it. Martial could have came in and scored a goal. It's because of the 10 men.
I saw you, Ayrton. Okay, Ayrton.
Put it this way. Sorry, Tom. I'll just add on to George. Based on the pitch once again, these guys are professionals. I believe they have definitely trained on artificial pitch. So at the end of the day, it's an excuse. It's an excuse that some fans or some supporters can accept. But basically, being a professional, I don't think so. This is an acceptable excuse that the pitch does not suit the play and so forth.
Okay, Ayrton. There are fans that actually mentioned that even after that incident, the red card incident, right, Ole Gunnar should have maintained that same formation in a way whereby he should play with just 2 centre backs. Okay, and then just probably we move Pogba to the midfield, and then we just proceed with Sancho and Ronaldo up front. So what do you think about the call of switching to a more defensive approach?
Okay, disclaimer, I'm still Ole in at the end of the day, but he got that wrong. He literally got that. I think he gave up too fast. I think I heard Paul Merson say that a 10-man Man City will still not lose a possession that much, or even lose the game to young boys. And United has that caliber as well. I don't know why we just went negative straight away. Move Pogba to the midfield, and we have that tree down there, and also with Bruno up front towards Ronaldo. It can be done, and still we had the place to hold possession. I don't know why we suddenly parked the bus, especially after that. So with the substitutions that came along, substituting the greatest of all time with Lord Lingard. how the hell did that come about? And who came in for Sancho again?
Sancho was Dalo came in.
Dalo.
Dalo came in.
What? Okay. Why? You know, like probably just maintain that. Okay. Dalo is fine, you know, but bringing in the Varane straight away, it's just maybe the belief in his own players that okay, we can just hold for it. I don't want them to overexert themselves. I don't think they can do it. But look, come on, we have world-class players to pull that off. We could have even maintained possession easily. You can tell the quality of the young boys team, a quality against Manchester United teams. The gulf is huge. You can tell by the shots these guys were taking. It was going haywire. It was rugby shots. You know, they were out of composure. They weren't trapping the ball properly. The gulf of talent is vast. Yet we still managed to play negatively. If I can echo, harping back the time, it seems like Louis van Gaal football. Literally, it feels like Louis van Gaal football when it's not. It should be Manchester United Ole Gunnar Solskjaer football. Running down the wing, you know, like that creative passes down there. We saw that for a good 20 odd minutes until Aaron Wan-Bissaka got sent off. This is a good lesson to Ole actually. That you know, like probably, you know, like you learn from experience. I hope he learns from this. I seriously hope he learns from this, and he can only improve from here and out. And he shouldn't. Honestly speaking, it will not. I don't think Ole will make the same mistake twice. Given the circumstances were to happen again.
Okay, let's talk a bit more about Jesse Lingard. Okay, Smurf, what do you think about his substitution and then his role in causing the loss for us?
Solely on yesterday's game, okay? Solely on yesterday's game. I'm not going to take into consideration the games that he played before that. He came in, I mean, he made a big blunder, okay? He, look at it, he probably wanted to pass it to De Gea. It was a bad pass. And yeah, since he came in from substitution, he never really impacted the game. So, I mean, for me, why Lingard? Why Lingard when we were at 1-1 at that time, 1-1. We were having the opportunity to chase the game, but why Lingard? I believe that probably Mason Greenwood would have been a better bet, because Mason Greenwood, yes, he does not press players too much, but he has that little intelligence, and basically he tends to bring the ball alone up front, and probably that will actually suit United, and probably they might have scored or even tried. But nevertheless, bringing in Lingard yesterday, for me, it was a disaster, and for his very, very bad judgment on back pass that cost us 3 points in the game yesterday.
How about if yesterday Ole brought in Lingard but still maintained Ronaldo, or he substituted Ronaldo with Greenwood? What do you think?
Put it that way. I mean, in my humble opinion, I believe that the substitution was a disaster. It was wrong. I mean, yes, I am Ole in, absolutely, but I can't agree with his substitution yesterday. I think he got it wrong, and towards the final minute in Fergie time, young boys scored the goal, in a matter of fact. So the substitution should have been more daring ones, more attacking minded, instead of straight after the red card. They were, I mean, imagine we were just sitting at the back for the rest of the 60 over minutes, and that didn't make sense to me. I mean, 10 players, nevertheless, we can still play football. Like what Ariton said, the difference between Young Boys and United is massively apart. We are miles apart compared to them in terms of standards. So therefore, we should have been more daring, keep on attacking, not being defensive immediately, and yeah, we could have got a result out of the game, but nevertheless, a mistake made. So I hope that Ole learns from it, and yeah, I hope that the team gives much better performance in the future.
Okay, moving into the West Ham game. Josh, do you think that this game will actually, maybe drive the players more to perform for the West Ham game?
I would say so. And Ronaldo comes back with a revenge normally. And I think we will come back. We will play fantastic football once again. Ole did a gamble. Let's just say Ole did a gamble and he didn't. He lost his cards yesterday. He tried to put Lingard. I think he's also trying to please the players. Also, he gambled wrongly. Bad call. And I think West Ham, it's time to buck up, try to get the right people in, score your early goals. Without Antonio, I think we are able to score, and this is also a great test for our centre backs. And I hope whoever the centre back is, whether it's Varane Maguire or Varane Lindelof or whoever it is, I think they should be very physical. Because West Ham is a physical side, and their first 11, right? And they will never change their first 11. So this is an easiest route for Ole to predict a lineup and play the best lineup against West Ham. And I think they will do well. And I hope that Ronaldo, whenever he comes back with a loss, he will come back with double down a winning side. So I'm very, very confident that he probably gave a pep talk after the young boys and say, you know what, you guys better buck up and we got to win again. And no more losing from now on. It's probably the way. And I'm glad we lose at a very, very early stage so that reality check happens and we will bounce back.
Ayrton, predicted lineup against West Ham.
Well, before we go there, I think everyone saw the picture of Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes standing beside Ole, giving directions. Honestly speaking, I'm not a fan of that. At the end of the day, I think you're undermining the manager. If I was Ole, I'd probably ask him, sorry.
Oops.
We will beep that.
Sit down, lah. I'm the manager here. Honestly, I appreciate his passion, but at the end of the day, you don't undermine your manager. Your manager's there to be the boss. You're not the boss. Yes, you're one of the most influential players of all time, one of the greatest of all time, but still, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the boss. Going back to the question, I echo what Josh said as well. I think Ole gave Ole and also Ronnie as well gave them a piece of their mind. Some of the players there a piece of his mind. And knowing Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, he will want to exact his revenge. So I will still think Ronaldo will start. Bruno, Mason, Pogba. I pray to God. That Van de Beek starts and Fred doesn't. I pray to God. Matic, back four line stays the same. With Varane coming in for Lindelof. And please do not drop David De Gea. Honestly speaking, he's our most important player now. People might think it's Ronaldo, but I think it's David De Gea. He's our most important player. So and if you want me for my score prediction as well, are we going to ask?
Later after this.
Right, so
Okay, Smurf, what do you think about the lineup? Would you change anything to the lineup?
I mean, I'm not so sure if McTominay is ready and fit. Any news about that? Because I've not heard anything
He's
much
back
recently.
In training, He's back in training, but then fitness levels not sure yet. At the
Okay, I hope he gets fit enough. Then I would love to. I mean, the only thing that I'll probably change is basically McTominay for Fred. Take out Fred and put McTominay. Let McTominay have a run out with Van de Beek or even Matic. I think that will be fine for me. And Van de Beek, I think it's time for him to prove to Ole that he is one of the first 11 that should start most games.
So you will play Pogba on the left, is it? Or do you think that he will be...
Yeah, I think I'll play Pogba on the left because like I mentioned again, the first game we played against Leeds United this season, he was fantastic there, and I hope that he will actually replicate that. And Pogba on the left for me.
But then this will actually overload the left position. Even Sancho now actually prefers to play on the left. Like some United fans saying that he should play on the left. There are so many people playing on the left right now. So would this create like somewhat of an imbalance, Josh? Do you think?
In my opinion, play the lineup against Newcastle. I think they have a very steady system. They have a very steady chemistry. Start Sancho on the right. Maybe he wants to flip Sancho to the left and then Greenwood on the right. And then Pogba play the middle. I know it's not his most favorite position, but he can play there maybe alongside Van de Beek or maybe alongside Matic. Matic will be the best one that we have now. And then Bruno and Ronaldo, and the back four, back five wouldn't change. So I think still stick with the lineup with Newcastle, and we will get more goals from them. I think people like Sancho, people like Greenwood haven't played, right? They will definitely come back to earn their spot back one. So I think we remain as what it is.
I think Greenwood was kept very fresh. This time Ole did not want to use him because of the game against West Ham. So I believe that Greenwood should start, and I just hope that he will actually bang in a few goals for us.
So no room for Jesse Lingard Smurf. You're trying to say.
No. Maybe, like I mentioned earlier, he's not going to be a starter. But I mean, based on the mistake he made, probably if we really need him to come in, or maybe after leading about 3 or 4-0, we 3 or 4-0 up, you can take the risk of giving him probably for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and get done with that.
We actually took the risk in the young boys game. But no, it won't happen again. It won't
Yeah,
happen again.
but we are 3-0 or 4-0 up compared to young boys. We were 1-1.
That is fine.
It's a risk to play Lingard also because it could have been his future employers.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
we don't want to
upset them. Okay, round robin score prediction. Josh, we start with you.
I would say it wouldn't be a high scoring per se, but I'm hoping that can happen. But I will say a 2-0, very, very scrappy win for us. But we will play fantastic football. That's what I can say. 2-0 for me.
Everton.
Well, I'm going all out, man. Ronaldo to exact his revenge. You've heard it here first. Second hat trick for United in United history. His second hat trick for United.
Well done, well done.
Okay, by the way, guys, the viewers, right? This guy was the one that believed that Ronaldo will actually come back. He was the one that vouched for the move, even though that most of us thought it was impossible. Not me, lah. I also was like, his right hand man. Go Ronaldo. Okay, Smurf, how about you? Score prediction.
For me, I feel that I'm going to go with 3-0. 3-0 and Ronaldo, of course, to be on the score sheet, and of course my group Mason Greenwood as well.
Okay, guys, we're at the end of the show. So what do you guys think? Score prediction for West Ham, Manchester United. Leave your score prediction in the comment section below. Okay, so what do you think about maybe the performance of the team that day, against Young Boys, and also maybe the future of Jesse Lingard? Leave your comments below. Keep it clean. No toxicity, please. All right. Leave all of that in the Telegram group. Okay. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.